Hey guys, guess what's up? Today we're going to be playing Kerbal Space Program. For those of you unaware, it's pretty self-explanatory what this game is about. You're building spaceships to explore the galaxy. And it's got a very close representation of our actual galaxy. Or rather our solar system. And yeah, so we're gonna go in here, we're gonna start a new one. It'll be on science because sandbox is exactly what it is. It's a sandbox mode. Career mode, it's where you have to do all types of missions and stuff to unlock the parts and all that. But you also are limited to the weight of your spaceship to 18 tons, which is not very much. And I don't know how to fix that or get past that, so we're going science mode. It basically has no cost, no contracts and whatnot, which is sad. I mean, I wish it would have like the missions and stuff, but it doesn't limit us to the thing, but we do still have to go out and explore to unlock all of the parts for the ships, if that makes any sense. Like, the game has a tech tree, and as you explore, you'll gain research points that can be used to unlock new parts on there. I'm just gonna randomly pick one of these. There we go. Okay, so that's our flag. Yeah, we'll go ahead and overwrite it. So basically, to start out on this game, you have to kind of go around the first planet here, which is Kerbin. They're all renamed, of course. They're not like realistic named. They're based off of this game. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get some more people. So we're going to hire all these people. Especially the ones that have really high stupidity, because it's hilarious. Come on, there we go. My game gets a bit weird sometimes, so don't be surprised if something breaks. Like, I've actually had this launch pad break once, and then it wouldn't let me use it from here where you build the ships. I also had it break while loading into this, as you can see. So this is the only command pod that we got. It holds one Kerbal. And we just add a couple fuel tanks, and yeah. I think that should be alright. Maybe. So the first thing that we can do, basically the only thing we can do at this point, is kind of launch in this area and release, or rather explore Kerbal, or Kerbin itself. There are several ways to do this. I like my own little unique way of doing it. I don't see very many people do it like me, so yeah, just gonna put all this on here. Alright, so that's all we got right now. The crew, of course, Jeb is going to be the pilot of this. Jebediah is very famous for being in explosions and surviving. So, yeah, if he doesn't survive this, I'm not taking the blame. Oops. So, we're gonna name this, I don't know. Rocket? I don't know. Maybe not. We'll call it Jeb Omega. Even though it's very far from an Omega, but you know, who cares? We're not picky. And actually, because this thing's not heavy, we can actually add one more fuel tank to it so it'll last longer. I have actually gotten into space with a setup just like this, but I don't think this one's gonna make it. And I don't really want to waste too much time on the building of it, and we're going to go and start ranking in all of these research points. I'm not going to be all techie and explain every aspect of the galaxy and all that. There's no point. Alright, so first thing we can do, since we're on this landing port here, we can go ahead and have him crew report it. Because no crew has ever done it before, so we'll get some research points just for reporting from here. And, okay, it's almost uploaded. One more. And there we go, 1.5 research. Alright, so by pressing T we add the SAS system, which is a stability assistant, which is very important because without that we're probably going to spin and go crazy. It kind of slows down the whole rotation and whatnot as well. So with that said, we need to separate our engine and the lineup here. This is how the order of things are going to go. And so our engine's going to start first, and if we press space again after that, we'll get our parachute. And then pretty much all this down here is going to break while our little crew hatch is going to remain. It's going to be a lot of explosions when it does land though. So with that said, let's go ahead and launch. Yeah, look at that. Go ahead and crew report again, as nobody's reported from a little bit of air. As you can see, we're staying relatively straight up here. And I'm gonna try to keep it a relatively low burn until we get to about 5,000 meters. And then we'll hit it with a maximum burn and see where we get. Most of the time we'll end up in the water, but hopefully not this time. Water can be very dangerous. If you hit it at more than 12 meters a second, it usually sinks you. So. Has anyone reported from 500 meters before? Yes. Okay. Go ahead and keep that data. Yay. Let's go. Let's go ahead and go 2-speed. Speed this up a little bit. If you warp speed it too much, it might go crazy and just break apart in the air. That's why I don't really do it much, but it is a very slow game otherwise. Now let's go ahead and report again, see what we got. If anything, nothing. Alright. We're almost at the 5,000 meters. You can control the throttle here with the shift and control, I'm pretty sure. Might be Alt and Z or something like that, I don't really remember. Sorry, it's early in the morning, so I can't speak. But yeah, so this is this game, and it's interesting. It's a fun little game, spacey game, and you explore the space and all that. It's just very, very, very long and time consuming. And there is no set objective in the science mode. All you have to do is go out and gather research. Go as far as you can. Because you're not limited to the spaceship size. I mean, I could have like 8 or 9 of these attached to this one, and then 9 more attached to that one, and so on. It gets pretty crazy. We're now at 5,000 meters. Let's go ahead and hit full burn with Z. So now we're going maximum speed. And once this hits around 500 meters a second, we're gonna kill the engine and kind of coax our way up. See if we can make it into space. With relatively more stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. But if you guys want to see more of this game on my channel, just hit that thumbs up button on this video here. And be sure to, yeah, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and like this type of stuff. It's not something I do too often. Let's kill our engine. But when I do it, I like it. It's pretty fun. And this game has a lot of creativity put behind building these spaceships to make them functional. And as you can see, we're losing speed quite a bit here, but we're still going up. We're actually 20,000 meters up in the air, which is pretty cool. Has anyone reported from here? Yeah, crew report. There we go. New crew report. Okay. We're now under 200 meters a second. Let's go ahead and hit that burn again to get us back up to 500. I try to keep it around 500 and so I can get out of this atmosphere pretty quick. Okay, it's back over 500. And if we hit M, our current trajectory is right here. We're not going to make it very far. 70,000 meters is how far we got to go to get out of the atmosphere. It says we're going to make it about 40,000. We're at 34 right now. We might be able to make it. Barely if we do. We're going to have to hit a prograde, which is basically makes our circle larger in the direction that we are going. And so yeah, let's probably go ahead and hit that real soon here. As you can see, my spaceship is turning quite a bit here, which is important because it's going to go up at an angle like that now. And the reason it bounces back like that is because that's what the SAS does. It kind of balances it out so it stops moving even while accelerated. Alright, so we're going down. We're now at the end of our line here, so let's go ahead and hit it till we're up to 500 meters a second again. And now that we're at an angle, we're going to start looping around the planet. So we're going to get further out for one. Okay, we ended up going a little bit too long, so we probably won't make it very far, but, you know, it's all science. If he can actually manage to make it to 70,000, he'll be in space, and then that'll give us a lot of research points. And it looks like he's going to stop at about 50,000, which is not good. We need to get to at least 70,000. I don't think I'll make it into space, not with this ship. It's not really meant for space. It's almost like a suborbit ship, which is where it touches the space and then goes back into the planet here. Or goes into space for a little bit of an orbit and still lands somewhere else. We didn't really build it so it had enough engine fuel to do this. So the only thing that we are doing is basically gathering research points. That's it. And if we land in the ocean, we will also get it so that we can do this stuff. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and burn it all out. As you can see right here, we just ran out of fuel. 55,000 meters is our highest that we're getting. Which is alright. I mean, that's pretty good for this little ship's design. I mean, I could have added another fuel tank here, but if I did add that, it would make it through the atmosphere for sure. But it would be too heavy for just one engine. That's the problem. So yeah, we're going back down. Once we get to about roughly 5 or 10,000 meters, we need to pull a parachute, which is this thing at the top. So I'm going to change the altitude to roughly 2.5 thousand. And we need to turn our ship so its bottom end is facing the planet's surface. I turned too far. Oops. And we want to face this axis. Alright, we should be alright. Yeah. And it looks like we are definitely going into water. There's a lot of water on Kerbin, much like Earth. That's what it's supposed to represent, if you see this right here. Kinda looks like Earth, right? Kinda. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's got like the polar axis and stuff. So it's cool. Let's go ahead and speed this up to 4 speed so we can get through this already, because it's going rather slow. And as you can see, we are now descending pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and hit that parachute, so when it hits 3,000 meters, it's going to really slow down to like 12 meters a second out of 800. As you can see, it's already slowing us down quite a bit. And it looks like we're going in at an angle. All of the bottom is probably going to fall off. It's probably just going to be our top part and one other area. But yeah. So the Kerbals themselves, they can actually survive 45 meters a second crashes, which is crazy because their space shuttle cannot. It can only survive 12 meters a second, which is crazy because that makes no sense. How can the Kerbal survive more than a metal machine? No clue. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and have him send his data because he's now hovering over an ocean. So if he dies, guys, place your bets now. Will Jebediah die by hitting the ocean? We're going 14 meters a second. Everything breaks at 12. So this whole bottom half is going to break, and then our top is probably going to be really slowed down, like 7. We shall find out here really shortly. But yeah, I have made some unique spaceships in this game, and they have actually managed to get all the way into the sun and orbit around the sun and orbit the really far planets. We do have a mod on that adds the other planets that this game was originally missing, and so those are pretty cool, but I would like to add my own systems and whatnot myself too, and have like blue stars and such. Alright, we're now going for 1 speed. And as you can see, we're just above 12 meters, so this stuff's gonna break. Starting with that. There you go. And he survived because we landed with everything underneath of us breaking. So it's pretty cool how that works. Everything literally breaks and then slows us down as it breaks. And here's his assessment. He can't transmit it, no electrical charge. So what we're going to try to do is roll our spaceship up if we can. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Can he get out of this? Okay, keep the data. Can he get out? Left click on it, not right click. Let's see if we can EVA him. Oh, we can. Nice. Nice. Take the data. Ah, he can't. Alright, so Jeb is going to EVA reports. He is going to keep the data. He's going to take surface samples. He's going to keep the data. And yeah, so now he is going to just sit there. Yeah, he's going to sit there for eternity, guys. And we're going to click recover vessel. And this will basically recover him and return him back to the space station. Or not station, but the space area, that base. I don't know what it's called. So that gave us 30 science in total, which is good because that can unlock the first 2 upgrades. And so how we do this is we go into this research facility, and this is the first one, basic rocketry. It costs 5 science. And I like to have this one because it has a lot of other parts. Research, because that's survivability, it's important, and that's all we can get. And this one, it does have a few mods on it, and these things here are a major lifesaver, especially when hitting the water, because it'll have you face up and it's like inflatable rafts. I like it. It's not too cheating, and it can survive a real big crash. Like some of these parts should be able to. I mean, they should survive more than 12 meters a second. That's not very much. Alright, so I didn't mean to actually go in here. As you can see, our ship is back here. But we're gonna go back out and recover the actual ship, because it also has data. By the way, if you want to see what these things are about, you can just right click them and it'll tell you what they are. This is a tracking station, which basically tracks everything that we've done, and it keeps in track of, like, see this right here? It says Jeb Omega Splashdown, and we're going to recover that. And it gave us 4 or 5 science. Alright, so yeah, see? There's nothing else there, and we can actually zoom all the way out. And see our amazing solar system with so many planets to explore. It is actually quite hard to land on another planet if you're new to the game. I'm not too used to it, but yeah, having a successful type of carrier to get you to those planets is quite difficult, because you'll have to consider fuel and all of that, which is a problem. I will see you guys next time with part 2. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and I will try to make more of these videos, but this is kind of like a filler series type thing that I'll be doing here, where I just kind of fill in random games when I'm not playing my main games. As well, we have hit our 50 subscriber milestone, so that's good, and we will be having a Q&A pretty soon. And so yeah, if you have any questions for that, just leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys next time with part 2, hopefully. If you guys like it, that is. Anyway, see you guys. Sin, and keep sinful, keep alive, keep watching. See ya.